Oh, somebody has to tell Zeus. Okay. Oh, it says we're live. Okay, somebody tell Zeus that we're live because
Zeus, we're
we're
live.
we're live. Somebody
We
type
are
in,
here.
yeah, we are live. We are live, Zeus. Here, I did it. We are live. Okay, good. All right, let me get back over to Streamlabs so I don't have a delay. Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
we have arrived.
We have arrived.
Hello.
And Jan said that they would be in here.
Sure, I'll hang out.
So normally we just come in and talk about, usually we continue the same topic, which we're kind of doing tonight. But this specifically, since we've been talking about this all week, Philip and I and Jan, and Philip mentioned the other day, did you hear about that guy who, what did he do? He took his
He was
son's
exchanging
blood.
with his
Yeah.
younger
With his son?
so
Yes.
that
I know about that guy.
You know
he
about
could
that guy.
Stay alive longer. So we are going to talk about him because
Okay.
there's other things he's doing.
So I found an article, and I didn't.
Yes.
There was so much stuff about this guy. There's a big long article. I should have put it in the description, but whatever. I'm just gonna read you some things. Hello, everybody, again.
Does this include the jetpack?
Oh my God! I'm gonna talk about the.
Okay.
This. If I laugh a lot, I will start coughing big time. I'm surprised I didn't have
Okay,
to.
hold on.
that's
Before
fine.
we
Go to
bring
the
up
ER.
the article, Spectral says he took his son's blood and did what? So the idea was this guy who's like in his 50s, he's a very rich man. He wants to live forever and he wants to look young forever. So he like injects his son's blood. Now I have to clarify, I don't know if it's straight up blood or if it's like the platelets or
Plasma,
whatever,
something.
plasma or whatever, but the
Yeah.
point is they exchange blood,
He wants
which
to
is
try and
very
reverse
strange.
aging.
Okay.
So
It's
we have
kind of like
we
part
have
of
an
that
article.
ideology of people who think like it's unnatural to age in the way that
Yeah.
we do.
And this guy, he doesn't just want to live longer, he wants to live forever.
See,
Yeah.
I would want to live, me personally, and this is my own personal opinion. I would love it if like average lifespans were maxed out to maybe like 120 years at most. But honestly, I think that's it. Like, I believe in longer lifespans and having more opportunity to do things and more opportunity to explore your ego.
Yeah.
But there's a freaking limit, man. Like, where it's like, die, just die already.
Um, Zeus, this guy, he said people will do anything to avoid diet and exercise. Oh God, not this guy. This guy is dieting and exercising. Wait until you hear what he's doing.
Are you gonna play something?
I'm going to read some of this article
Oh.
because it's hilarious. His name is, if it's the same guy, his name is Brian Johnson. He's 46.
Not the singer of AC/DC.
Oh, is that his name, Brian Johnson? Oh, I didn't know that. He does follow a strict diet and lifestyle routine in an attempt to reduce his biological age. I'm reading from it's time.com, Time magazine, and I don't know when was this. This was from, it doesn't say. It's a long article. It's like 24-minute read. Oh, this is from September
Says, what did I
2023.
come in on?
So he must be getting up there. He's like
Gossip.
48 now. What did you say, Philip?
I said, Elise said, what did I come in on?
Yeah, this is this guy, Brian Johnson, who is, he lives in Venice, California. And halfway down some road, there's a cavernous black modern box. This is where Brian Johnson is working on what he calls, quote, the most significant revolution in the history of Homo sapiens. So he's 46. He's a centimillionaire tech entrepreneur who has spent most of the last 3 years, I guess 5 years now, in pursuit of a singular goal: don't die. During that time, he spent more than $4 million developing a life extension system called Blueprint, in which he outsources every decision involving his body to a team of doctors who used data to develop a strict health regimen to reduce what Johnson calls his biological age. That system includes downing 111 pills every day, wearing a baseball cap that shoots red light into his scalp,
And what else?
collecting his own stool samples, and
what else? And what else, Susan?
I'm
What
getting
did you
there,
tell
Philip.
us?
And I can't even see you. It's a good thing I can't see you. I'm looking at the article. And sleeping
Yes.
with a tiny jetpack attached to his penis to monitor his nighttime erections.
Say what?
I got to tiny jetpack and I lost it. I just tiny. Hang on, I have to come back to you guys. Where did Jan go? Where's Jan? Where's
Cracked
Jan?
up and laughed.
I just
And
can't.
Susan and I were cracking up about this last night.
Tiny jet. Philip looked it up.
It doesn't fly
Philip,
around.
Did you run out when I said that? It's a tiny jet.
I did.
Yeah, it doesn't fly
I heard it
around.
like-
It doesn't make it do motions.
Oh my god. Guys, white guys will do anything but go to fucking therapy, I swear to God. A jetpack for your...
He's this.
I
Okay,
looked up the product and I showed Susan a picture of it.
Yeah. Philip had to look it up.
What does it do? Is it like a...
It monitors his nighttime erections, something I didn't know anything about, and I could have
And
died
it's
without
for your
knowing.
heart health and
Yeah,
What
I
does
did.
that information do for him?
it tells him how. So basically, it tells him how healthy his heart is by the number of erections that he gets in the night.
And
It makes me think of those alpha guys that are like, if you go outside, lay on your back and spread your like legs to the air, like the sun will like increase your testosterone by like tanning your balls.
Can you see this? This is what it is.
This has got to be some form of, I don't know, something kinky
this
deep
isn't
down.
even the worst of it. I love this ground control to make you.
Well, this is silly.
If I lose it, I will not come back, and that'll be it.
I am dead.
Elise says a tiny penis jetpack.
Is it going for a ride? Like,
Ren says ground control to Major Tom.
Why does it need to be a jetpack? Why? I don't understand.
Because to infinity and beyond.
I don't know.
I have so many questions.
Me
Who
too.
made this?
Me too. Okay, I'm gonna read some more because you know what? I was thinking about this. I didn't even read the whole thing. I can put the link on the community board for you guys, okay? And then you can read all of it because I'm not gonna do that. But I was thinking about it later. When you hear what his regimen is, we only got so far. I think we made it down to breakfast, which he doesn't even call breakfast. He and his
Meal one.
Meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. And when you hear about the food, I don't know why you'd want to live forever if you had to live like this.
That sounds miserable.
It would
as hell.
become a prison.
I should eat more healthily than I do. I need to lose a lot of weight. I get all of that. But I am not drinking green sludge instead of
It kind of
having...
sounds like an eating disorder of some sort.
Okay, he has an unhealthy
Like a obsessive
fear
compulsive
of
sort
dying.
of...
Yes, he has an unhealthy fear of dying, and I think, and too much money, frankly. I think one of the issues is that when you become so afraid of dying that your entire life is spent trying to keep you from dying or living as long as possible, you're no longer living an extreme form of OCD. I think it's some sort of disorder because I don't think he's enjoying life. Anyway, and they don't even see the irony of it. Let me read a little bit more and then we can talk. So he Okay, Johnson thinks of any act that accelerates aging, like eating a cookie or getting less than 8 hours of sleep, as a, quote, act of violence. He is not the only ultra-rich middle-aged man trying to vanquish the ravages of time. Bezos and Peter Thiel were both early investors in Unity Biotechnology, a company devoted to developing therapeutics to slow or reverse diseases associated with aging. And elite athletes employ therapies to keep their bodies young. Okay, I can get that. I think I'm going to come back to you guys. I think one of the reasons that these extremely wealthy people do this, it's kind of gross actually, because if you're an elite person with a ton of money, think of it. You enjoy the fact that you have that much money and that power that comes with it. You don't want to give that up. You don't want to go, and if you, let's say you believe in relocalization or reincarnation, as most people say, maybe you don't want to come back as a poor person who has to actually really work. So that's probably one of the reasons. They realize how elite and fortunate they are, and they don't want to have to think of Bezos, probably,
could be
richest man.
Could be.
Now, but wouldn't it be better to spend your money trying to improve the quality of life for everyone? Wouldn't that be better? And that way, when you come back, life will be better for everyone.
That, though.
What?
I think when people
they don't
are in the mindset of accumulating that wealth to begin with, they're not thinking in terms of benefiting other people. They're thinking in terms of benefiting themselves. They're not like the people who are go-getters and grinders, and like they become users and exploiters, and that's how they get to the status that they're at. So I don't think they would even be thinking of that to begin with. Unfortunately.
Oh no, they're not.
I think it's sort of just stepping back and looking at the broader perspective, I guess I don't know if it would be like a moral sort of conversation about what you should and shouldn't do with your life.
I mean,
or not.
Someone like Bezos, because Bezos has, I don't even know how much money he has at this point, but much, 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 much more than this Brian guy. Even though this Brian guy is a centimillionaire, which is like hundreds of millions, right? Hundreds of millions.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's nothing compared to the hundreds of billions or in the trillion that Bezos has. I mean, if you think a centimillionaire the difference between them is enormous. But even a centimillionaire has too much money. But anyway, I think in order to get to the place that Bezos is at, you have to absolutely not have any regard to allow yourself to become that rich. Anyway, I'm on the soapbox. That's not what we're supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, that's a whole other subject.
So, here are some of the things that he does. He believes death is optional. He plans never to do it. Outsourcing the management of his body means defeating what Johnson calls his rascal mind, the part of us that wants to eat ice cream after dinner or have sex at 1 a.m. or drink beer with friends. The goal
sorry, pause. Anybody who makes a moral, existential issue out of eating a cookie, some ice cream, or having a beer, I just instantly do not fucking trust.
Yeah.
As a Neogenian, down in the foundation of my Neogenian Zeta, if you cannot enjoy a fucking ice cream cone or a cookie, and it's a fucking existential thing about death, get fucked.
No, I know. I mean, this is the way he views life. The goal is to get his 46-year-old organs to look and act like 18-year-old organs. And right now,
I have never wanted to down a pint of ice cream so fast in my life than now.
Well, what is it? He describes his intense diet and exercise regime as falling somewhere between the Italian Renaissance and the invention of calculus in the pantheon of human achievement. Michelangelo had the Sistine Chapel. Johnson has his special green juice.
This is some first world problems. Like he has no problems in his life, and he literally has to just make them up.
Yeah, and I mean,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is it seems like sometimes people go through all those weird regimens for years and years, and then they still end up getting hit by a bus or something.
Right,
you know?
right.
It's like, don't you feel like your life would just be wasted, like eating 111 pills every day and doing that whole regimen? You can't be happy. I mean, and even if you do, what happens if you step off the sidewalk one day and you become, a puddle?
Yeah.
You're prolonging the inevitable, because even when we talk about terms of mortality and fantasy terms, like if you're talking about a concept of mortality where you don't age to death, you can still get your head chopped off. You can still, it's like, but that's like a weird fantasy thing. It's like, but it's just, it's so silly to try to do all this stuff to avoid death. It's like, it's inevitable. It's going to happen one way or another. I'm sorry. The sun's going to explode and expand and the earth is going to burn up.
Yeah. The extent to which he goes is disturbing, to say the least. And I mean,
I'm disturbed. I was disturbed the moment you said tiny penis rocket. Like
jetpack.
Jetpack. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you read about him, and you read about when he doesn't even call his meals breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. He can't he can't even look at it. He's like as the same. It's almost like he can't allow himself.
It's like a machine.
Yeah, he can't allow. And his bedroom apparently is for where he sleeps on this. You can look at the photos in the article. He can only have, there's only like 4 things in his bedroom. It's like this, looks sort of like a tanning bed, the little goggles he puts on, and I think maybe a nightstand, but there's no water,
he just like he cryogenically freezes himself in a pot.
No, he has some sort of red light therapy coming down on him. But
wakes up in the morning, it's just
but he only sleeps in that room. It's for nothing else. Nano, I don't know whether he has a family. I haven't gotten to there.
I don't know if he's still married.
Right. I hadn't heard about, and the penis jetpack. That's one of the 4 things in the bedroom. It's highly disturbing to be that dysfunctional.
I feel so much better about myself and my feelings of being afraid of death, because that is nothing within the realm of see, I would never take my fear of death, even if I'm concerned, however you want to translate it or explain it more in more detail. I would never take that and express it in a way where I'm trying to avoid death. If anything, I would use this sort of fear to turn it into a good thing or a positive thing, and just motivate myself to do something a little bit more enriching and a little bit more altruistic that benefits other people.
I mean, I know for my own self, I should eat more healthily. I do need to exercise more. Like all of those things, I would be on the side it's from stress. I fully admit it. But I should move more this way, whereas he's gone all the way out there and off the cliff. I mean,
it's his whole life.
Yes.
It's preventing death. That's not living.
Yeah. Who said obsession? It's not living. It's not. Now I have to I haven't read the whole article. And I certainly didn't get to the place where he did the blood thing with his son. Are you sure it's this guy?
If you Google it, it'll pop up.
Oh no, I looked him up and I saw his face. This is the guy who did the blood transfusion.
It is okay.
Son. Absolutely, yeah.
And then he has a personal assistant or something, that a woman who has become the first female test subject for this Project Blueprint.
That sounds so dehumanizing.
And again, they the food that they eat doesn't even
number 1.
sound. And then you get to where I got down to where doctors talk about his system as being not maybe as healthy or effective as he thinks, because his son would be over 18. He couldn't do it.
So
he couldn't do it.
This article that I found says he not only swaps blood with his 17-year-old son, but also
17?
Well, at the time of the article, this is a 2023 article.
Yeah, but he was 17?
That's what it says. But I didn't even get the rest of it out. It says tech billionaire who spends $2 million a year to look young is now swapping blood with his 17-year-old son and 70-year-old father.
Oh, I heard that. I heard.
Oh,
that's right.
yeah.
That's right. But I wouldn't have thought that you could do a child.
That sounds like a new way to do medieval shit, like bloodletting. And
Yeah,
stuff
I don't know. I that is just weird. I'll have to read the rest of this, but
so this says,
don't do this, kids.
Last month, the trio headed to Resurgence Wellness, a medical spa in Texas, where, according to Bloomberg, the youngest Johnson got a full liter of his blood removed. For context, the human body has about 5 liters of blood, and separated into a batch of liquid plasma and then a batch of red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Next, Brian, the father, underwent the same process with the addition of having the same quantity of his son's plasma infused into his veins. Finally, the multimillionaire's father had some of his own blood drained to make room for Brian's good stuff. So he gave his blood to the dad, the 7-year-old.
What did the son get? The younger
nothing. I don't.
They just took his blood out and didn't give him anything.
It says the FDA advises against people infusing young blood because there's, quote, no compelling clinical evidence of its efficacy. Yet John approved the procedure as a possible treatment for cognitive decline.
It
doesn't say anything about his son getting anything.
Yeah, Bathory was really a creepy.
This is some Elizabeth
awful...
Bathory shit.
What? Yeah, I mean, Ren was talking about it. Yeah, Bathory. If you've looked her up, I mean,
I agree.
If you do any searching into Dracula, you're going to come up with stories about Bathory. That's how we all have heard of that. But that was gross. That was really gross what she did. I mean, she murdered people. But he's not doing that. But in this article,
something about it seems unconsensual with the kid being 17.
Yeah, that's I know that obviously you can do all sorts of stuff with your kids. Certainly if they have blood disorders, the kid has a problem and parents do stuff, or family or somebody does transfusions, that's different thing.
But this seems unnecessary and cosmetic.
Yeah, right. And especially when it's not to take an under 18-year-old's blood without it being something that's been proven to be effective or whatever. That just seems so strange to me.
Witchcraft.
I thought the son was over 18 and thought,
even if he is, that's still alarming young age.
If you're at a certain age and you're like, sure, Dad, I'm curious to see how it goes because maybe he wants to do the same thing. I don't know, but that seems very strange. So
this whole thing gives me the creeps.
I don't know, but you eventually get to the where I left off in the article. It's very long. Was when the experts started weighing in about his regime, saying his regimen.
His regime. That's appropriate.
I'm used to saying regime a lot lately.
Me too. I mix up those two words all the time.
But his regimen, they're saying 111 pills a day is not. These it's very they're like, we don't know that they're safe. They're very easily could be conflicting, so that's not a good thing to begin with.
I mean, if it's a bunch of vitamins, a lot of vitamins are technically FDA approved,
and other supplements, I'm sure, lots of other things as well. So you could be overwhelming your body with things. Zeus said vitamin maxing is almost always bad. So. Ryan said his liver's going to quit. I mean, who knows what?
Our bodies are meant to get through.
This is not some experts. I think coming together and developing this. This is his program. He's probably taken a lot of different things out there, and he's like, I'm going to do this now, and trying to develop this blueprint, whatever it's
I wonder how
called.
much water he drinks a day.
I don't know. It probably says in there.
Like those pills are probably not good for, your body.
Yeah, you need a lot of
many.
fluids. Yeah, he drinks this green stuff, which apparently doesn't taste really good. And the person
Just
who
eat
was,
some fruits and vegetables. Like,
yeah, I
if you
know,
can, like,
I know.
just
And breakfast or meal one didn't sound terribly appetizing either. I don't know what he does for the other meals.
I just think that just demonstrates like a certain level of privilege. Like your life is
Definitely.
so set up, you have no problems that you literally sit there and invent issues like, well,
Yeah.
I gotta conquer death.
Or
It's like, what makes you so special that you
money,
get to just stay here in this pile of crap
money.
world that is, and we all have to
Yeah.
like die and start over? Like, come on.
I agree with you. I agree
Money.
with you on that, Zeus. I don't understand why some people look the way they look now.
I just see this
mean,
guy as a perfect example of like the cis white man just like creating like their own problems for themselves, you know.
he obviously has some very deep dysfunction. He has a disorder
That's
in fear of death, because this is if you to do this with your money rather than putting it to some actually good use. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where that fear comes from, that to have such a terrible fear of death.
I think it just comes with such a fragmented sense of self and self-worth, you know, like that, like it's almost just like a shadow, like it's like a shadow possession.
Yeah, well, he's gotten to the point where it's like he's so afraid of dying, but he's not living. Yeah, Zeus said, I wonder what
That's
will
what I
happen
mean by shadow possession.
when he does
his
start
shadow is
showing.
he's afraid of death.
Yeah, when he does start showing the signs of age, despite all of this, because it will happen. I mean, the experts are like, we do not have anything in us that will allow us to live forever. I'm sure he might be one of those people who would try to upload his consciousness into some kind of, if they or
what's it called? It's called trans something or other.
Transhumanism.
Like transhumanism.
Or try to freeze his brain or something and have it inserted into some other body in the future.
You know what's so funny? Even if somebody right now was like, Jan, you're afraid of death, would you like your consciousness to be inserted into a robot that like won't degrade? I'd say no.
Has anybody actually done the thing where they have frozen their brain until nobody's signed up for that?
So.
Okay.
I think they have, there is a facility that does like the freezing or whatever, cryogenic freezing, but it's just people in tanks. Like there's no science to bringing you back. Like they say, we can freeze you, but we have no science to bring you back. And your best hope is that in the future, somebody can bring you back. That's all it is.
Wow.
It's not like we promise you this or this. It's just, okay, we will freeze you. And
nobody's ever tried unfreezing somebody after a year?
I don't know.
Wow. Makes you wonder what's going on out there. Yeah, so I agree, Elise. Yeah, not even Walt Disney. I agree with you, Elise. I think if I had that much money, I would so much rather spend it and use my life to see the benefits that it would do to people in the world who need it. That would be so much more invigorating than trying to prolong my own life. And Joanna said it's sad. It's sad, really. It is sad. I don't know that I think that he probably he would probably laugh at that he needs someone to accept him for who he is, because he obviously loves who he is to the point where he doesn't want to give it up. But there's also a sickness there.
Yeah. I was gonna
I
say I
could
don't
see
see
my.
that as a
Oh.
richness. Oh, I'm sorry. Every time I start, we start at the same time. Go ahead.
Hmm. I was just gonna say, like, if I had like a significant amount of wealth, even if I did do something oriented about prolonging life, it wouldn't be just for me. It would be like for other people too.
Yeah, do something like Elise said. It's infuriating that billionaires do dumbish things like this instead of feeding starving
And
kids.
weird stuff.
Or
Why are
or
billionaires so
they're so
weird?
weird.
Like they have
Or
weird
if
activities.
you want to prolong life, work on saving kids who or people who have like diseases. That will
Yeah.
prolong life if you can.
Well,
If you
there's
can,
no, what I was going to say was there's no richness in his existence to what he's doing. Like,
no,
I want to experience the taste of good food and, the feeling of being bloated after eating that good food and,
yeah,
having,
yeah,
there's other things in life
It's your
than just
right.
being fit and
yeah.
healthy, I
It,
suppose. Not that being healthy is not a good thing and
no,
not that
That's
every,
not the point of the combo, yeah.
but what is it that? And this is the, I guess, the question, um, because if you think about what is it that makes life worthwhile, right? And one of those things, not for everybody, I think it differs, but I like food. So, I like going, I love looking at the ocean. I mean, I'm sure we can all think of things that we really enjoy doing that we.
Speaking of food, I'm getting kind of
I know, I know,
hungry.
I know. We're getting there. But what quality of life is he having? He's just living this very regimented life to prolong it so that he lives forever, but for what? He can't enjoy food. It's not, I don't think it's as though, oh, you do this for a certain length of time and then you get the reward of being able to enjoy all those things. Like, what is it? What is he
Like
getting?
he's enslaving himself
I
to
know.
some.
That's what I said. It would be like a mental prison.
Yeah. I think that's what he's in. He's so afraid of death that he doesn't really have quality of
I'd
life.
rather have a damn ice cream.
I know. I'd rather have a good quality of life
And
and
I'd
it's,
be
rather
a
have a
good,
damn donut.
right?
and
Be a
even though
good
he may look good, he may
person.
be fit and stuff and have good whatever, but it's not like countless other people haven't achieved that with less
Yeah.
effort.
Yeah.
You can be fit, you can be healthy, and have a damn donut. Like,
Ryan
so
Spectral.
silly.
It was Ryan. Ryan gave 5 memberships, I think. So
Yeah,
That's
in
cool.
the live stream.
yeah. So that's awesome. I knew you'd be happy. It's weird. People are weird. That guy was weird. So
I don't know. That's giving me the ick.
I know. Let's focus on the stuff that we focus on, which is to improve our lives, improve other people's lives, and remember that I didn't really say this in the main live stream, but one of the biggest things that the Neo-Genian system has given me is the Zedic perspective, because going into Zedic perspective is the thing that keeps me from over worrying over, like when I do in avatar mode have the stress, have the fears and all of that stuff, which is perfectly normal, by the way, to have those things. But that's when you're in avatar mode, and then having that Zedic perspective allows you to get out of that and is unbelievably helpful. What did Ryan say that's ooey? The overcrowding with corpses would be crazy. What? Oh, yeah. With the, ew, that's gross. If everybody got cryo frozen, we're not getting cryo frozen, people. I'm being cremated or put into a pod and then just plant a tree over me.
Oh, just launch my corpse out into the ocean through like
that's
a
another
cannon.
that's another
Just
one.
blow it out there.
Let it feed.
I don't care what people do with my corpse, honestly. When I'm out of it, like you could stuff it, use it as a coat rack.
It just needs to be. It just needs to be taken far out to sea so that it doesn't float. I wouldn't want to float back and scares some kids on the beach. But no, seriously, I'd rather have a tree planted above me. Anyway,
good note to end
hi,
on.
JP. We're just now that we've just talked about being corpses floating back into shore. That's how we're
Returning to
ending
the
it.
primordial soup.
Don't be a corpse that floats back into shore. Okay.
If you get launched out into sea, make sure it's far enough.
Make sure that it's far enough. That's how we're ending it. Okay, you came in at the right time there. Okay.
Oh, that's so funny.
So we're actually saying goodbye because we're going to go eat. We're being very, I think, wiggly because we've been sitting in our seats for like hours now.
But thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
And thank you
it was
for the
fun.
Support.
Jan, thank you so much for
thank you for having me.
We will have you back again because you are super fun, and it was your idea that sparked this. Thank you, Ryan. You guys are awesome as always. Because we wouldn't do this if you guys weren't interested. So we are so happy. We love this community. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for sure. Mid-August.
And next Sunday is Susan and I's day again for Nexus.
Is it me next week? It is, isn't it? It's me. It's me next week. Okay. All right. So then I will see you and Philip will be there because we like to do them together. And good night. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. We are